Hey TikTok, I'm an Earth Angel, and I'm going to help you get the 7 keys you need to get into heaven. If this is the first time you're seeing me, I highly suggest you head back to the intro, figure out why we're here, figure out if you want to be here is Soul Starter Part 1, do the work, and meet us back here when you caught up. For everyone else, this is Part 91, and we're going to talk today about self-love. So, what is self love? Of course, we all want to think, like, of course, I love myself. Like, I don't hate myself. So, what does it truly mean to have self love? To have self love means you care about your own well being, you care about your own happiness. Now, I'm going to tell you, it's probably one of the harder things I think for me to learn. Having self love means you're not unkind to yourself in your own mind. Inside your own mind, you're nice and you're positive. For example, an old past scenario of myself, if I had done something, I would tell myself inside my mind, like, "Oh, that was stupid, Kathy," or "Why'd you do that? That was dumb." That is not self love. That is not positive talk. That is not having love for oneself at all. So, if inside your mind to yourself, in your thoughts, you're unkind, you have a little bit of work to do. Having self love means you find yourself beautiful. You don't need anybody else to tell you you're beautiful to feel beautiful. You don't need outside validation. Having self love means when you look at yourself in the mirror, you find yourself beautiful. You believe in yourself. You know you're kind to others. You know you're good. You know you're positive. You know you make a difference in this life, in this world. Self love means you're okay with being yourself around anyone. It doesn't matter who it is. You're always going to be the same person, whether you're around someone famous or you're around somebody at a grocery store that you don't know that isn't famous. It doesn't matter who it is, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's coworkers. You are yourself around everyone. You're not changing or acting differently because you love yourself and you know yourself and you're okay with being yourself. Those who actually act differently around other people, depending on who they're around, they don't love themselves. In fact, the whole reason they act differently around other people is because they feel they have to portray themselves as a certain person or portray themselves in a certain light or way to get that person to be okay with them, to like them, or to love them. But if somebody loves themselves, then they're that same person around everyone. So if you do not act the same around everyone, you have a little bit of work to do. If you need to have somebody in your life to feel loved or to feel like that's the only way that you can be happy or have happiness is have somebody else love you or show you love, you have a little bit of work to do. Someone who truly loves themselves doesn't need love from anyone else to validate that they're loved. Just that individual loving themselves is enough love for that individual. Any other love is a bonus. Now, as I've told you guys in the past, there was a point in time in my life where, not that I hated myself, I didn't. I thought that I loved myself, obviously. That's why I say it's easy to be confused. But I let others treat me poorly. So I definitely did not have self love if I was allowing anyone to mistreat me. Like, I didn't care about myself and I didn't care about my own feelings. Having self love means you don't need anybody else to stand up for you. You stand up for yourself. You don't allow others to mistreat you. You don't allow others to make you feel less, to make you feel smaller, to make you dim your light or be less so that they're okay being around you. Self-love means you stand up for yourself. You advocate for yourself. You find yourself beautiful, and you know you are. I once had somebody tell me, and I think that I might have said this in one of my past videos, that they've never met anybody else in their life that loved themselves so much. And honestly, I replied, why wouldn't I love myself? Self-love means you don't need anyone else to validate you. You don't need anyone else to love you. You validate yourself. You love yourself. You are the person who makes sure that nobody mistreats you. And you choose yourself. You choose peace. You choose love. An individual that possesses self-love is somebody who's not going to run around and mistreat others. If you truly love yourself and are at peace within, you're not going to mistreat anyone else. So you can love yourself. Many people do. But to fully embody self-love means you have peace within, and that means that you do not mistreat, misuse, disrespect, or bring anyone else down. Self-love for yourself also means you have love for others. If God gives you the gift of self-love, which you want, it's one of the 7 gifts, 7 keys that you need to get into heaven, then you are gifted the spiritual gift of clairaudience. Clairaudience means that you will get intuitive impressions off of sounds, words, or music. So to start practicing self-love, you're going to start being kind to yourself in your own mind. If you need, you can look in the mirror every morning and just say kind things to yourself. If you don't believe it, eventually you will. Be nice to yourself. Take time to do things that are going to make you feel good. If that means just having 30 minutes to yourself to have a break from the world, or taking time to work out because that makes you feel better, or taking time for self-care, maybe getting your hair done or your nails done. It doesn't matter what, or even for guys, maybe it's going to the gym, or maybe it's going fishing, or maybe it's going on a hunting trip. Everyone needs to find out what it is that makes them happy and spend time on yourself. Spend time making yourself happy, because when you become happy, your cup is full. You're actually able to pour into others better. And so therefore you become a better family member, and you become a better friend, and you become a better coworker. When you're not having to take from others and you're actually in a point or a state that you're actually able to give, it feels good. So taking time to work on yourself is not selfish. Taking time to work on yourself will actually benefit those you love and yourself. So as always, choose to not be a shitty person. Choose love, choose light. God bless.